Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel, Bringer of Light Intuitive. Thank you for being here with me today. We are going to dive into a who am I reading for reading, and that is where I get a message and you tell me who I'm reading for in the comments below. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your amazing support and your amazing messages you've been leaving me in the comments. I read everybody's messages. Thank you for your kind words. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for booking your private readings with me. Thank you, you guys. You make me feel so blessed. If you want a private reading with me, that information is always in the description box. Check out my new official website and click through to my booking page from there. All right, guys. What is it that you need to know today? What do we want to talk about today? What's the message for you today? In the shuffle, before I started your reading, I saw the High Priestess and the Ten of Cups, and I feel like you're being shown something very, very important here in the next couple of days about what you want. That could be about what you want in love. The Ten of Cups could be what you want in love. That could be like the ultimate vision of what I want in a perfect relationship, or what I want in my current relationship, like the next level. You know, something is increasing, and something, the universe is shifting your reality around to put you on the path towards what you want right now. And so whatever that looks like to you, if you're calling in love, if you're already in a connection and you want to go to the next level, or you might be confused about something, or you know, you just want more peace, more stability, more reciprocity, you want, you know, to feel more loved, more valued, whatever it is that you might be calling in or praying for in love specifically, or just in life in general, feeling better, going your way, feeling like you're flowing, feeling like you're emotionally fulfilled and happy and content, and not always, you know, fighting to survive. And you know, there's an end of a cycle when we see the tens, and I did see the Ten of Cups with the High Priestess, so I'm going to back up again. The Ten of Cups is, you know, that's the cycle you're stepping into. That's the cycle you're being led to. That's what your heart wants. So if that is, you know, feeling safe and stable and happy and content in your world, if that is you just feeling some sort of peace for you and your family and your home life, if that's you calling in a certain relationship or a change in your relationship, whatever that is, hold that as that Ten of Cups, hold that as your vision. Kind of like a vision board. You know, what it is that I want. This is where I'm headed. So your intuition is giving you in the next few days. Your intuition is giving you some sort of sign, some sort of information, something about your next steps towards that. So there may be something that needs to pivot. There may be something that needs to be let go of. There may be something that needs to shift in some way to put you on the path that you might not be seeing, that is even an obstacle or something that's in your way. Sometimes that's subconscious, you know, limiting beliefs. Sometimes that's us thinking that trying to control a situation that's really not good for us. You know, it could be a lot of different things, but pay attention to your intuition over the next couple of days, and especially like dreams and visions and things that are kind of random. Like you may get a random idea. You may get a random insight that gives you a different perspective, that opens your eyes in some way to something. It shifts your perspective. So it opens your eyes to something that you perhaps didn't see. Or this could be an intuitive knowing. You might be having a conversation with somebody and something they said or something you said, it's like suddenly a light comes on and you have an intuitive hit. You have an intuitive knowing that kind of shifts things for you or opens your eyes to something. And it's literally meant to put you on the path towards what it is that you are asking for. And it may be subtle, and it may also ask you to think bigger and kind of step out of a comfort zone a little bit. And so just pay attention to that over the next few days. I feel like that's what wants to come through for you or someone here. The Nine of Pentacles. Think bigger. You deserve bigger. You are worth more. So if this is about love, if this is about, what we talked about earlier, you may need to really work on your self-worth and how you see yourself, that value that you see in yourself. It's about your self-worth, and really stepping into that abundant energy of self-worth, knowing your worth. Know your worth, know your worth, know your worth. And, know that the universe is not on a budget. And you don't have to be either. Even if your past told you that you've accepted less your whole life, doesn't mean that, first of all, that is not a reflection of your worth, of who you are today. And that is not the way the universe sees you. And that is not the way you were created to be. And that is not that does not dictate where you're going either. You're being invited to open and expand and give yourself permission to receive more. And sometimes that takes a step of faith to accept an offer that may feel big, or to, think bigger in some way around, love or whatever it is. You're being guided to see your worth and know your worth and see your value and crank it up. And that's not to say that you're going to be conceited or rude. You're just not accepting crumbs anymore. You're not accepting inconsistency. You're not accepting the waiting game. You're not accepting less. You're seeing yourself as worthy of the best, and you're open to it. And that creates the space for the universe to serve it to you. Tell me more. All right. Yes, we're walking away with the Eight of Cups. We're walking away from the old feelings of whatever it is that you have been carrying that keeps you playing small or keeps you in comfort zones. That's fear, old stories, old conditioning and programming. You're literally turning your back and you're not entertaining those thoughts, those fears, those worries. You're turning your back to them. You're not entertaining them anymore. You're walking towards your sun, which is, fulfillment and abundance, being self-sufficient, independent, financially free perhaps. This is also for some of you who are calling in love or are in a connection that is confusing you. You're letting go. You're saying, I'm not accepting the confusing things and crumbs or inconsistency anymore. I'm turning my back on that, and I am filling my own cup. I am seeing my worth. I am worth my value. My value is worth so much more than crumbs or someone making me feel confused about where I stand. You're walking away from that. You're letting go. Don't be afraid to let go. Don't be afraid to turn your back fully and not look back. Don't be afraid to tell them energetically, send them a message energetically. You just disqualified yourself. Because if you can't see my worth and you're not running to sweep me off my feet, then I'm going to go ahead and do that myself. And I'm going to turn myself around, and I'm going to pour into myself, and I'm going to choose myself, and I'm going to decide right now that right now in this moment, you've just disqualified yourself. You're not worthy of me. If you can't see my value and you're not claiming me right now, or you're making me feel confused, you just disqualified yourself. I'm telling you, do that energetically and watch what happens. They will come running. It is crazy how that happens. So we're walking away from any limiting beliefs. We're walking away from any behaviors that we used to do. We're not going to fall into those old patterns anymore. Those old patterns of fear, of worry, of doubt, of unbelief. And then, yes, see, we've got this lack energy here, and we're being guided to step into abundance. From lack to abundance. You're asked to walk away from the lack thinking or the negative thinking about your situation, or even feeling like you're isolated. And looking at all that takes is a shift in perspective I feel like I'm on the other side of the door. I feel like I'm blocked. I feel like I'm isolated and alone. I'm really feeling that. And your feelings are valid because you're feeling that for a reason. But honestly, what we focus on grows. So focusing on that and continue focusing on that just makes it worse. So we want to turn ourselves around, and we want to talk ourselves out of that, and we want to shift our perspective into abundance. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am worthy. I am the star. I am the one. I am the one that they cannot live without. I am the one that they cannot live without. Even if I can't see it yet, it's already done. What it is that you're calling in is already done. Remember that 10 of Cups energy? That's your vision. That's what your heart wants. And what your heart wants is literally your destiny. That is where you're heading. But we've got to walk away from the things that keep us from that. And that could be lack thinking, or only focusing on what I don't have instead of focusing with my heart about where I'm going. I'm going to the most amazing, the most abundant place, the most abundant, healthy, happy relationship I've ever had. And look, what's on the bottom of the deck is the star, wish fulfillment. You're being shown something. The light is going to carry you to wish fulfillment. You are the star, and you need to start seeing yourself that way and open yourself up to abundance. And for those of you who are like, hello, I already have, because you've been talking about this for a while, then just let this be a confirmation that you're doing the right thing, okay? I don't mean to be like, you need it. I don't mean to be like that. You have wish fulfillment, and you're heading in that direction. But this next couple of days, a light may come on to show you something that you didn't see, show you something that you might need to let go of, show you something that you might be holding on to that's really not perfect for you. And it's leaving you feeling like this. So we need to turn around and walk away and remember who we are. We are the star. We are worthy. We are abundant. We are whole. We are complete. We are made in the image and the likeness of the Creator who created us. And you know what that means? You're connected to that light that can do anything. That can bring in your job, that can bring in your relationship, that can bring in miracles in ways that you could not even imagine. When we let go and we choose to believe, to see ourselves the way that the universe sees us, magic happens. I am seeing that in my life every single day. I am blown away because I am choosing to believe it. And there was a time in my life when I was homeless. There was a time, a very big chunk of time, when my life shattered about 1,000,000 times. Every time I thought I was getting up on my feet again, the shattered pieces would shatter again, and like one challenge after another. And it was very, very hard for me to believe in my good luck. It was very, very hard for me to think that anything could ever go right. And it was very hard for me to see that I could be in a healthy, happy relationship because I came from this. And that's why you're here. That's why you were brought to me. You don't hear me talk about this very often because I'm on the other side of it now. I found my son. I'm on the other side of it now. And if I can do it, you can do it. There's nothing special about me. If I can do it, you can do it. That's why you were brought to me. That's why you're part of my community, because we're all in this together, and I might be a few steps ahead of you, so I can say, come on, I'm going to show you how to get hope. I'm going to show you how to get what you want. Come along, come on. If I can do it, you can do it. Okay, so just know that if you are in the worst of times, things are about to turn around out of nowhere. The light is about to shine and carry you to your wish fulfillment. And it usually happens out of nowhere. When the offer comes in, or when you meet the person, or when you see a shift in your current relationship or your current circumstances, it's like it happens out of nowhere. But when you choose to believe, that's when it really happens faster. And when you choose to believe in the unlimited possibilities for magic and happiness in your life, then you give the space for the universe to show you exactly that. Let's say it together. Show me, universe. Blow my mind. I give you the permission to blow my mind. Comment it below. And let's see what happens for you in the next couple of days. Watch for the light to come on intuitively or through a conversation or something like that. There is a shift. You will feel it in the air. You are starting to see the evidence of things turning around for you. Pay attention to what you're shown, because if there's anything that is in the way that you're being shown, you want to take steps to move it or shift your perspective. But the energy right now is going to help you do that. So it'll be easy. Universe, blow my mind and blow my friends' minds.